Chaos Reigns has arrived in Mortal Kombat 1, and there is a lot of content, so I wanted to get this out right away so you could see all the new moves, all the new buffs, and nerfs. I'll be showing gameplay of everything as I talk about it. By the way, this comment cracked me up. I'm actually in the same outfit as that video. Make sure to subscribe right now. I'm gonna have 2 other videos out today that are going to be very good and very important that are showing off the new content. The free content that everybody is going to get is access to the new arenas, the new arena variants, and animalities, plus all the other online features such as Warrior Shrine and the new tower system. In terms of the general fixes and adjustments, the big one is now when you select a Cameo, there will be ease of use information shown during Cameo selection, which is really nice because as somebody who tries to teach this game to IRL friends, they'll see a cool Cameo and want to choose it, and I want to be like, dude, you're just not gonna be able to use Janet Cage's puppet stance well at all. You should pick somebody else. All right, we get to character specific adjustments, and don't worry, this isn't a jump scare. Ashura did not get any buffs. For Baraka, air death spin final hit now only autocorrects if one of the previous hits connected, which is funny. I've made a joke about that animation so many times. He'll just flip back and forth really fast, and that just solves that issue. General Shao got a change, and you might see fixed and think nothing happened like that is most of the time, but when it says fixed reverse tree chopper damage scaling when interrupted using default interrupted damage scaling instead of command grab damage scaling, I feel like there should be some commas there. But this is actually a nerf that you'll heavily notice if you use Movado with Shao Kahn. The combo would take into account the interruption of Movado in the combo even though you do the command grab, which adds massive amounts of damage, meaning these combos have been scaled. It won't do like 40% every single time. Gearus Factual Force towards plus front kick now causes a bounce hit reaction instead of a splat knockdown and recovers 8 frames faster on hit, which just allows it to combo. But another big one, History Lesson now recovers 17 frames faster on miss, which is actually massive because that's his command grab and that's a large reason he gets damage throughout the round. So while still punishable, it does just make it harder for the opponent to punish, and now Gearus can kind of use it in neutral because if he has some space, the opponent won't be able to get there in time. Havik is a big one, a new move, Nether Snatcher, and enhanced Nether Snatcher. He also got a new air move, which is the Nether Stomp, and enhanced Nether Stomp in the air. Got a third new move, which is enhanced Corpse Taunt. His helping hand move, whether amplified or not, now starts up in 45 frames, which is nearly 15 frames faster. His armor now starts on frame 6 instead of frame 10, which means it will armor through the down ones and stuff because down ones are 7-ish frames usually. Man, helping hand is really getting a lot here because now it has a different hit reaction if used more than once in a combo, which we saw stuff like this being done in the trailer. Crucial Strike, which is the jump back punch back kick, now has a different hit reaction. Again, we saw these in the trailers. It makes it easier for him to follow up with combos. Havik is a brand new character. This has got to be the biggest change that NetherRealm have done in the entirety of MK1, the biggest buff. Scorpion is pretty close, but I don't know, man. I think Havik just went from low tier to at least mid good. There's a chance that Havik is wrecking because nobody has the matchup knowledge yet. Johnny Cage is another character that has a fixed thing, but in reality it's a buff. It fixed an issue with wowing out special move limit not being reset if a cameo summon is used as a cancel. If you didn't know, he can do 3 special moves in a row, and if he used a cameo summon after say the second one and then went into another special move after that at some point, only one special move could come out because he hadn't reset after those first 2. Personally, I tweeted about this once that I don't think it should have been changed. It's been in the game since release and it hasn't stopped Johnny from winning like every single tournament, but it's quality of life at the end of the day and it just makes Johnny better. Kung Lao gets some buffs in this update. Of course, he gets the added new air buzzsaw and enhanced air buzzsaw that extend combos, as well as work as an instant air projectile. Shaolin Spin I was right about when watching the trailer. It can now move forward or backward while holding front kick button, and the enhanced Shaolin Spin has increased movement speed forward or backward when holding the front kick button. My man is zooming around the screen at this point. It's kind of absurd. Enhanced Shaolin Shimmy no longer automatically performs follow-up attack on block, but Enhanced Shaolin Shimmy when blocked can perform follow-up attacks for 1 bar a meter with back kick plus block. That is his armored move, but it does give Kung Lao a little bit of a mind game. The first hit isn't safe, it's -15 on block, so it's not like you're changing anything really. But again, because he can launch off of that move with Goro, you might be scared and just continue holding block, and he gets to do it without spending the bar on block for free. Liu Kang got a new move, which I think is very welcome because he was getting a little boring. He was always still gonna be good, but again, just something to spice him up, which has added a new combo attack, Volcanic Palm, which is away plus back punch into front punch. This is his mid starting string, and it gives him the same thing that they gave Li Mei, which is a safe option because the other option is he tries to launch with the back 2-3 and you can duck the second hit. Raiden got a little bit of buffs. Enhanced Lightning Port has less damage scaling and on hit disables the opponent's ability to breaker or use Cameo until they land. That's fine as long as that doesn't say Storm Cell. I'm okay with it. Fix specific input sequence to execute uppercut jump cancel, causing Lightning Port to be performed instead. Scorpion Blazing Charge hit animation adjusted now has 19 more frames of advantage on hit. This is a buff, but not a buff to high level players. It makes it easier to do the armored combos that you see people doing with the likes of Janet Cage. And I think that's great because it was kind of needlessly hard, but good players had the timing down. So it was really just restricting low level players from using different cameos. And I think that's just a positive quality of life change. There was no reason to have the weird recovery it had. Smoke got some light buffs, increased hit region on Smoked Out, which is his jump, front punch, back punch. Another jump attack buff is that his spin kicks, which is jump, front kick, and back kick, and airing out, which is his jump, front kick, back kick, now will auto face. Slight nerf is that his invisibility now goes away when hit by a parry attack. And truthfully, yeah, those are really light if buffs. I mean, yeah, there's not a ton of parry characters in the game, but how advantageous is it to have better jump attacks? We'll see. Shang Tsung gets a lot in this update, finally. Added new move Cameo Copy and enhanced Cameo Copy, which is so cool as a person who loved MK11. Added new combo attack, which is his orthopedic takedown. It's away front punch into back kick when in his old form. His pulse check move, which is his front punch, back kick, recovers 2 frames faster and can be 2 in 1 canceled. More combo routes, man, that's kind of wild. A light nerf is away plus back punch with young form, starts up 2 frames slower and recovers 1 frame slower. But operation, which is his away plus back punch in his old form, starts up in 2 frames faster and has an adjusted hit reaction. I like that trade-off of power a whole lot. Again, buff old Shang is what we're doing here. Bed of Spikes and enhanced Bed of Spikes now appear faster. Oh gosh, maybe that's just an animation thing. That was already one of his better moves. Oh, there's more. Bed of Spikes recovers 1 frame faster on hit and 3 frames faster on block and miss. Oh, it's just less punishable, I see. Enhanced Bed of Spikes recovers 4 frames faster on hit and 5 frames faster on block and miss. On to Tanya's rebalance. Spinning split kicks now has a different animation when it is blocked and no longer does follow-up attacks. Divine Protection now parries projectiles and allows for follow-ups with max charge. DD Push does now have a different hit reaction with increased damage scaling. Ooh, this is a nerf. Seeking Guidance now takes 5 frames longer to charge each guidance level, but you could still spend the bar to have it unchanged. Again, it's all a power rebalance here because during Heavenly Hand, holding front punch allows you to spend guidance charge to increase projectile speed and damage. During spinning split kicks, which is the move that just earlier got kinda nerfed. Holding back kick allows you to spend guidance charge to become projectile invulnerable and perform all attacks on block, which is interesting because they did give her the fact that projectiles won't hurt her if she spends the guidance, which is new, but now she is going to have to spend guidance to do her old set of kicks. What this is really doing is making Tanya have to spend extra resource to have a safe armored launch. She could still keep armored safe, she just won't get the Goro launch unless she spends guidance, and then she can get the safe armored launch. During drill kick hit reaction, holding away plus back kick allows you to spend guidance charge to perform deity push. During drill kick hit reaction, holding towards plus back kick allows you to spend guidance charge to perform Ungadi evade, which is just quite nice. I think that NetherRealm did a decent job power rebalancing the safe armored launch combos, because that's what was so annoying and gave Tanya a good bit back. She's still going to be very strong because there were no changes to her forward 2, which is the best mid in the game, and so she'll still have a great backdash game, along with some of the farthest reaching normals, a parry, everything, you name it. Omni-Man's Around the World, which is his towards plus back punch, it's the overhead punch, now causes a bounce hit reaction instead of a splat knockdown. Just like Gearus, Omni-Man's getting an overhead combo launcher. Quan Chi, best foot forward, which is his down plus towards plus back kick, tracking timing adjusted by 8 frames. This is so welcome because the move was kind of pointless even though it was recently released. Oh, Homelander, please give me the good news. Fix diabolical dash, the 7 slam damage scaling when interrupted, using default interrupted damage scaling instead of command grab damage scaling. Thank you. Cut to yesterday's video. Dude, do I even need to say why Homelander is at the very top of top tier? I'm so tired of this character. He is easily the most broken, busted, hard. Like, why is his command grab not scaled? It doesn't make any sense. Dude, the fact that we were 3-way guessing on Homelander stuff is absurd. You had to guess between command grab, overhead, low, bruh, and he was doing 40+% with any option and keeping it all safe with Farah, dude. Oh my. So that is just less damage on his command grab, as it should properly be. Fix diabolical dash, the 7 slam, not doing additional damage against an opponent, performing an up block. Fair enough, we'll take that, I guess. You're not telling me that's all, right? You're lying. Please tell me you're lying. In fact, it's quality of life buffs in a lot of these cases. What? Okay, I mean, yeah, so Homelander is still top tier. The command grab wasn't the only issue. He could still do the 3-way mix just for slightly less damage. Well, we know who is still potentially top 1. At the very least, he's guaranteed still top 3. Takeda with a lot of changes. Twisting Blades, which is his front punch, back punch. First and second hit do 10 more damage. Ogre Slayer, which is his front punch, back punch, plus back kick, does 20 more damage. Rising Suns, which is his towards plus front punch, back punch, first hit does 10 more damage. Ryujin, which is his towards plus front punch, back kick, now does 20 more damage. Falling Moon, second hit does 20 more damage. Gate Splitter, which is his away plus back punch, has 1 more active frame and had its hitbox adjusted. Temple Razor, away plus back punch, front punch, has 1 more active frame and had its hitbox adjusted. Serpent's Tail, which is his forward 2, has a different hit reaction and can now be special canceled, which is nice. Unfortunately, his Sparrow Strike, which is his jump attack, jump back punch, back kick, does 40 less damage. Shooting Star does 10 more damage. Oh my, he's getting damage buffs on everything. Smart Shuriken Explosion does 10 more damage. What is this? He's already one of the higher damage characters in the game. A big one, Air Rushing Nimbus attack, first attack, does no damage scaling, and then Air Enhanced Rushing Nimbus attack does 30 more damage. I mean, I guess it's nice. He's going to be doing more chip damage on block, and he'll probably be getting more meterless damage and things like that, but I don't know. I feel like Takeda's big issues weren't damage, and instead are all the gaps and stuff, so we'll see. Maybe forward 2 being special cancelable is huge. I don't know. Darius Cameo, Ground Invitational, and Army of 2 can can now be performed after volleyballistic, and 2 other quality of life slight nerfs, but I don't think that really changes Darius much. Jack's cameo added new move gotcha grab, which again, this could stop a whole bunch of the annoying cameo on block play that we see, as well as be a way to counter the extreme rushdown cameos we've been getting that mix you up for full combos. Kano got a buff and a nerf. Eye laser now has multiple hits when blocked, but has a longer recharge delay. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it is nice. You get some more pushback, but still. Kung Lao cameo added new move orbiting hat and wobbly hat, which I just think is really cool. I mean, yeah, Lao was never really the same character after he kind of got gutted after he was dominating, but he still had characters he worked with. So I think this is really nice for characters that can use Kung Lao well. Sector has joined the Motaro Club, added alternate fatal blow attack by pressing R1 during startup. That is your cameo button. It works the same way as Motaro. Activate homing is now performed by hitting R1 as well, but a big buff is Telepunch starts up 2 frames faster. That is Sector's launch, and that's pretty good because you already see people throwing this out in neutral, and now it'll combo off of more normals. Fujinko added new move Kingdoms Crumble, which is so nice. This cameo is going to be good. I bet if you knew every character in the game, Shujinko's like the best cameo. He's just hard to play. He also added a new move, which is Waterfall Chop. So he gets a stun launch and a hard knockdown. That's so cool. You know what? Go for learning all the characters in the cast, because Shujinko could be really fun. Sonya cameo, who I think is one of the best cameos in the entire game. She's gotten like the most buffs out of any cameo. Added new moves, air ricochet dive kick and air bicycle kick follow-up attacks. But they did decide to nerf Sonya a little bit. They nerfed her overhead, which people would throw out in neutral if their character didn't have a launching overhead. Now, if you whiff that, you are getting for sure full combo punished. You could punish it before, but she did recover awfully quickly. Sub-Zero cameo added new moves Deep Freeze and Ice Ball Special. Yes, he's getting the Ice Clone parry, and then he can throw it at the opponent, and astute observers might have noticed Sub-Zero main character got absolutely no buffs, bruh. I don't even want to look at Twitter at the moment, dude. That's awful. I'm sorry. Striker's low grenade toss and high grenade toss have different hit reactions and less damage scaling. This makes it so you can now combo off strike grenades, which is kind of cool. At first I thought this was worrisome because it can still be used as an ambush on block after all of your special moves, but Striker's cooldowns for those nades are the longest in the game. They're pretty much tied with how long it would take if you spent both to do Goro's full cameo recharge. Bro, Tremor is also a character that just keeps getting buffed, bro. Tremor is easily a dominant cameo. He's just hard to learn. Crystal Wall Punch is now a mid, was a high, so you can't duck it. They're really trying to make Crystalline, that version, decent. Chameleon gets a new move. Added new move, Alternate Disguises, which I'm kind of hyped for because I love Chameleon. She's one of the most helpful cameos in the entire game. Pretty much everybody can make her work. Oh, and there it is. Farah cameo. Tour stance. Slide has 2 more frames of recovery on block, meaning it's even easier to punish. It was already full combo punishable with a jab. This just makes it harder to miss that timing when you block the low. As a Scorpion main, I'm not mad. I'm definitely not sad, dude. Why? Okay, GG's. I'll see you guys later for another video. I'll have 2 or 3 up today.